Right, let's dive right into this issue of Smash Hits and see what's in there. So we've got the index here. Features: Pet Shop Boys, MC Hammer, Kylie Minogue, Michael Hutchence, The Incredible Life of Craig Mclaughlin. Posters: Pet Shop Boys, New Kids on the Block, D-Light, MC Hammer. We've got also bits: Smash Hit Readers Poll 1990, Crossword Letters, new singles reviewed by MC Tunes. So we'll be coming to that and enjoy reading that. Review LPs, videos, films and concerts. Blimey! Song words, Pet Shop Boys, So Hard, Nena Cherry, I've Got You Under My Skin, Faith No More, Epic, Stevie V, Body Language. I don't remember that one. Remember Dirty Cash? Don't know how Body Language did. I don't remember that. MC Hammer, Have You Seen Her? Yep. I think MC Hammer, Have You Seen Her and Pet Shop Boys, So Hard are both on Now 18. MC Tunes, Aha, Crying in the Rain as well. MC Tunes versus 808 State, Tune Splits the Atom, Iron Maiden, Holy Smoke, Talk Talk, Life's What You Made It, Life's What You Make It, which was has just been on the previous Top of the Pops that we've just seen on BBC4. Brilliant video and song, of course. Paula Abdul, Cold Hearted, River City People, What's Wrong with Dreaming, another one I don't remember. Loose Ends, Don't Be a Fool, and I think that was on the previous Top of the Pops as well. The Lars, Timeless Melody. And Maria McKee, Show Me Heaven, of course, which is from Days of Thunder, isn't it? Is This Jason's New Girlfriend, Part 2? Well, we've missed Part 1. We've got a bit of a Poison article down here. And Poison's Ricky Rocket has turned into a dress designer. He's launched a line of clothing called Old Ghost Designs with a pal of his. Most of the slogans on the t-shirts can't be reprinted here, but £25 will buy you a fringy slut dress. Cop a look at Elton John's posh house. For the minuscule fee of only £8,000 a week, you too can rent a luxury abode in London's fashionable Holland Park, just like Elton John. Not only will you rub shoulders with neighbours like Jason Donovan and Brian May out of Queen, but you'll also enjoy 11 spacious, fully furnished bedrooms, an indoor swimming pool which transforms into a games room at the touch of a button, an oak panel billiard room, and wine cellar for the occasional tipple, a private garden area containing a conservatory for stargazing, a separate staff entrance for complete discretion. Which one's Betty Boo? Well, it's the middle one, isn't it? Betty Boo and her singers, the Booettes, caused a few headaches for a TV producer on BSB TV. BSB going then, back in 1990. Who couldn't tell the difference between the three of them when they appeared together recently? Betty met her Booettes, twins Louise and Jackie, 21, at a London club where Louise DJs. According to Betty, the Booettes aren't a permanent fixture. It's just a bit of fun, she says. Sinead O'Connor just can't keep herself out of trouble, can she? First, she managed to upset the Americans when she wouldn't allow the American national anthem to be played before one of her shows. Now it's said she's angered those involved in the Red Hot and Blue AIDS charity LP by declaring that they shouldn't have edited out a cough at the beginning of her song on the LP and demanded that the record be recalled at a cost of £100,000. Her request was subsequently ignored. Electronic would like us to point out they weren't, in fact, bottled off stage in LA recently. What actually happened was that a food fight broke out in the crowd. Bits. So we're on to the next page now. Your Fact-O-File Guide to Aswad. Win a pack of turtle tattoos. This is definitely of the time. They're a riot and they're a jape. They're safe, easy to put on and wash off in a jiffy. They're even mostly green. They're 100 packs of Super Teenage Mutant Ninja brackets Hero close brackets turtle tattoos. Aha! From out of the wilderness, it's the return of Aha! Mags with a beard. Pal in a white shirt, Morton with a new haircut. Those three Norwegian pop-toffs, Aha, are returning to claim the charts with their cover of an old weepy Crying in the Rain, originally a hit in the 50s for Fogey Croakers. It's nice, isn't it? Typical Smash Hits language, though. The Everly Brothers, there'll also be an album arriving in your nearest record emporium within a month. They've gone less pop and more mature. A a spokesperson muttered to Bits on their behalf. The Tiffany record mentioned last issue, featuring a rap by Donnie Wahlberg, will be out at the beginning of October. It's called New Inside and is also the title of Tiffany's new album. Hooray! I've not heard of any of this. This suggests it was a bit of a flop. That might have signalled the end of her career. Timmy Mallett and his pop chums in Bombal Arena are, and this was still number one last I looked, on Top of the Pops, are considering their options for a new single. It won't be the Purple People Eater, a crap elderly tune from the 50s. I can tell you that. Timothy whittled to bits. It also won't be anything that Big Fun have done. I'd actually like to do a Frankie Goes to Hollywood record. If I did relax, it would get banned, but I don't care. Pop Rebel or what? What has happened to Sunita? She's taken to wearing more clothes. She wants to sing more serious music. Crumbs, the not very attired queen of romping disco stomper and inventor of such tunes as Toy Boy. Did she invent Toy Boy? I don't think so. She sang it. And Hitchin' a Ride, which is a cover, so she definitely did invent that, has thrown off her past in one fell swoop. She's bought some clothes. Didn't last long, did it? Recorded a V-aged sensitive pop classic, Joan Armatrading's Love and Affection, and totally reinvented herself. Blimey! Here we've got the Bits Tea Time Pop Quiz, which you can see I've already filled out. 16-year-old me has filled it out. Arm yourself with a scrap of paper and pen and then tackle our tricky pop exam. The answers are upside down on page 8. Well, I'll tell you if these are right. Name Madonna's last LP. I think I've written it there. I'm Breathless. Which city do the Happy Mondays come from? Manchester. How many hits have Jive Bunny had? Including their latest, Can You Party? I put 4. That might be right. What's Craig Mclaughlin's band called? Check 1, 2. Rhythm of the Rain is currently a hit for who? Blue Pearl. That's wrong, isn't it? It was Jason Donovan. But I've got Rhythm of the Rain and Dancing in the Rain mixed up, haven't I, when I've written that? What's the name of the bloke who sings in the Human League? Phil Oakey. I was always going to get that. I was a Human League fan by this time. More on that later. Whose new LP is called Listen Without Prejudice, Volume 1, George Michael. Release Me and Hold On have been hits for which American Girl trio, Wilson Phillips. Bill Drummond and Jimmy Corti are the members of which band? I didn't know at the time, but I'm saying KLF now. Name Sonia's only LP to date. Everybody Knows. I didn't know. I may have known then. If that's the name of the LP, I'm taking my 16-year-old self's word for that. I don't know if that's true. I'd have put Nobody Knows now. Who are Lady Miss Keir, Super DJ Dimitri, and Jungle DJ Toa Toa Delight? What's the Damski's dog called? Dis. Is that right? I don't know. What's the name of Beats International's LP called? Let Them Eat Bingo. What was Betty Boo's first hit? Hey DJ. Well, it was her first hit with the Beatmasters, wasn't it? I mean, that was her debut. And Ricky Ross sings with which group? Deacon Blue. We're still in Bits. Feature from London Beat. They've been thinking about you. George Chandler, Jimmy Chambers, Jimmy Helms and Willie M are the foursome who comprise the chart-active combination that is London Beat. You might remember them from a year or two back with their near hits 9am. And there's a beat going on there now, upwardly. What's going on with all these bullet points on the right all of a sudden? Who done that? Whose idea was that? Now they're upwardly mobile in the chart sense once again with I've Been Thinking About You, a tune, according to Willie, based on a true experience that was shared by all four of us individually. Ahem. Loose Ends, currently featuring on Top of the Pops. We've seen them perform recently. They taught MC Hammer how to dance. They're rocketing up the charts with their top tune, Don't Be a Fool. They've been around for donkey's years and had a couple of hits in the 80s. Here's Loose Ends bigwig Carl McIntosh to reveal more about this exciting pop phenomenon. Next page. 8 of the most interesting things you could ever know about Faith No More. Faith No More was formed in San Francisco in 1982. They're a favourite with the rock critics. Top metal magazine Raw once described them as a boil on the backside of civilization, squelching with pus of inner turmoil, and that's a compliment in rock circles. The current singer's name is Mike Patton. He replaced their previous vocalist Chuck Mosley in 1988. Chuck left after what their spokesman describes as a personality clash. Chuck Mosley, of course, sadly passed away since, relatively recently. The rest of the band are Mike Bordin, Roddy Bottom, Jim Martin and Bill Gould. Notice they don't refer anywhere here to the fact that Courtney Love was one of their first singers, because she was a non-entity in 1990. Who gives a shit if Courtney Love was in Faith No More once? No, in 1990 nobody knows who Courtney Love is. They're all in their late 20s and early 30s, except for Mike, who's a lot younger. I think he's 24, I guess, as a spokesman. Their rip-roaring tune, Epic, taken from the latest LP, The Real Thing, is also a huge hit in America, where it sold an extraordinary 41,000 copies in one day. It is an amazing album. I love The Real Thing. I got the Faith No More album around the time of this. And, of course, actually, it was around the time Epic was first released. Epic didn't do too great first time, not in the pop charts anyway. And then From Out of Nowhere was a smash hit, and then they've reissued Epic, which is what's happening here, which we've just seen it on Top of the Pops again, so it had just been reissued. And it did a little bit better, but it still didn't set the world on fire. They released their first album, We Care A Lot, in 1985, although it's still not available in this country. Well, I've got it now. And their second, Introduce Yourself, 2 years later. Introduce Yourself is a really great album as well, with Chuck Mosley as the singer. A few months ago, when Faith No More were on stage at a European festival on the same bill as Sinead O'Connor and Lenny Kravitz, Mike Patton said to the audience that he was going to tell them a secret. He told them that Lenny and Sinead were enjoying some rumpo backstage. Naturally enough, Lenny, who was actually in the audience at the time, was furious. They released a video compilation last year. It was entitled You Fat Bastards, which is apparently what Faith No More's fans affectionately called them. How lovely. I remember that video being out. I didn't buy You Fat Bastards, but I did buy Video Croissant, which was a compilation of the best videos. Next page. At top of the page, we've got Madonna won't be releasing any more singles from her I'm Breathless. Thank goodness. A turnip, it says in brackets. Smash hits don't think much to that album, obviously, but it's said to be working on a secret project. Underneath this, we got How to Dress Like a Pop Star. Number 1, Delight. Come with us. Groove Nicks and discover how to look good and feel great the Delight way as Lady Keir, Super DJ Dimitri and Jungle Tea DJ Tower guide us through their individualistic approach to anti-designer apparel and assorted accessories. Is this the end of Jive Bunny? Let's hope so. Win a brilliant skate bike, just like the one Jordan from New Kids has. Kylie's single was supposed to be out now, has been postponed until October. We still hope to have her album out in time for Christmas. Burbles, a helpful spokesperson. Sirius is Duran Duran's latest offering from their Liberty LP, and to celebrate, Simon's gone out and got himself a new haircut. It gives me more freedom, he told Bits, mysteriously. Got a section here on the Lars, all mouth and no trousers. It'd be really tempting to read this all out in a Liverpool accent. I'm not going to do that. But there's yeah. Whatcha, my name's Lee Mavers, and I'm the lead singer from Liverpool Mop Tops the Lars right now. It's more Mancunian, that is, isn't it? That's Mancunian. Yeah, I shouldn't have attempted that. We've been going for over 3 years, and our spanking new symphony is out now. All right, I'm Hunky John Power, and I spank the bass. We got a feature on Karen Wheeler. She sang on 2 humongous hits with Soul to Soul, of course, and Neighbours Are Turning Into Turtles, and she's got a bedspread on her head, and her name is Karen Wheeler. And underneath Karen Wheeler, we've got birthdays. So we got heaps of happy returns to the following birthday boys and girls. September, Simon Mayo, 32. Trugoy of De La Soul, 22. David Coverdale, Whitesnake, he's 39. Bruce Springsteen, 41. Julio Iglesias, 47. Michael Steer of Am Why Not, 23. Matt and Luke Goss, both 22. Well, there's a surprise. October, Hilton Hales of Am Why Not. Sting, 39. Phil Oakey, Human League, 35 he was then. Tiffany turned 19 and Mike Rutherford of Genesis turned 39. Bass-O-Matic, This man knows an awful lot of famous people. There's 3 bassomatics. Sharon Musgrave, singer. One Step, rapper with funny name. And William Orbit, pictured above. Their hit single called Fascinating Rhythm was something that just popped into our heads. What a great song that is. That's on Now 18, of course. And that was my first CD that I got with my first CD player. And I'm going to say it, I don't think there's a lot of good songs on Now 18. I didn't like Now 18 very much. There's like a handful of songs that I like on there, and I would program my new CD player to play like 3 or 4 songs on a loop, and one of them was definitely Fascinating Rhythm. I still love that song. Next to Bassomatic, we've got Great Moments in Pop, number 26, the day George Michael became a DJ. George Michael now fancies himself as a hip DJ, so he spins the discs at a trendy dance club in London one night a week for 2 hours. And next up, we've got a feature on the Pet Shop Boys, Being Boring. Which of the following isn't a joke? Is it Neil, we're essentially a live band? Chris, we invented the Manchester scene? Or 3, the next Pet Shop Boys single will be called Being Boring? A, 3, believe it or not. And there's a good long article on the Pet Shop Boys there. Next up, we've got the Smash Hits Readers' Poll 1990. Vote, vote, vote for the biggest, swankiest, most extremely important awards in the world of pop in association with KP. And it's up to you to decide which pop stars will win these very prestigious awards. Simply fill in the voting form opposite and send it off, and you can find out the results of the biggest pop poll in the galaxy on November the 11th. And here they are plugging the whole thing, the poll winners party. It's a huge concert, billions of pop stars, well, quite a few anyway, will be on stage at the London Arena in Docklands on Sunday, November the 11th. They'll receive attractive awards, they'll perform their racy pop tunes. It will be the pop event of the year. It's going to be on telly. You can see the entire shooting match as it happens blow by blow on BBC One. It'll be presented by Philip Schofield. It always was, wasn't it? And perhaps a mystery pop star or two. It's going to be on the radio. You can listen to the whole marvellous event live in ear-to-ear stereo on Radio 1 FM. Wouldn't it be great if they repeated the Smash Hits poll winners party, sort of in sync with the episodes of Top of the Pops that are repeating on BBC 4? It is a BBC programme. So, yeah. And then you've got the voting form. You can see I haven't voted. Don't know if I ever actually voted in this. This year, for the first time, the Best New Act category in the Smash Hits Readers' Poll is being run with Radio 1 FM. We've come up with a short list of 28 acts which you can vote for. You can vote right now in the space at the bottom of the poll form. That's the yellow and the red thing to the right, which we just looked at. But if you'd like more information about any of the acts, then listen to Radio 1 FM over the coming fortnight when they'll be previewing some of them. First, though, here's a list of the bands they've already featured in the last 2 weeks. So these are your Best New Act contenders: Adamski, Betty Boo, Halo James, Happy Mondays, Snap, The Charlatans, Craig McLaughlin, The Soup Dragons, Wilson Phillips, Michael Bolton, Jesus Jones, Beloved, Lindy Layton. If I've got the issue with the results in, I'll let you know that as it comes in. Next page, we've got an advert for Depeche Mode, World in My Eyes, Happiest Girl, Sea of Sin, new 3-track single. So only World in My Eyes sticks in my memory. I don't remember the other 2 at all. If you're a Depeche Mode fan, then I should think you know what the other 2 are, but I don't know. Sorry about that. We've got MC Hammer, Have You Seen Her lyrics. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? The Chimes, the remixes, advert, and Jason Donovan. Tour dates, Doing Fine. Next page, we've got a Barclays advert. I'm mostly skipping the adverts, but there's a Barclays advert for you. There's the lyrics to Crying in the Rain by a-ha on the next page, plus an advert for some stuff. Next page, a couple more adverts. This is Tongue and Cheek. I do remember them vaguely. Faith, Hope and Charity, Growing Pains. After that, we've got MC Tunes versus 808 State. And this is Tune Splits the Atom, of course. We come to the next couple of pages and we got an advert for Nat West and we got the first half of a New Kids on the Block poster. Then on the inside we got a Delight poster. Next page, second half of New Kids on the Block poster and a bunch of song lyrics, and we got some great stuff here. We got Life's What You Make It by Talk Talk. Baby, life's what you make it. Don't think that worked. And we've got Cold Hearted by Paula Abdul and Iron Maiden Holy Smoke. River City People, What's Wrong with Dreaming? I don't know. What's wrong with this song that I can't remember anything about it? It's Hammer time! MC Hammer, he raps, he dances, he laughs at his own jokes. More lyrics. Lars, Timeless Melody, Loose Ends, Don't Be a Fool, Serious, Duran Duran. Maria McKee, Show Me Heaven, and an advert for Harmony Hair Dye. Next page, Nena Cherry, I've Got You Under My Skin. And next to that, we've got the Smash Hits Prize Crossword. And another advert for Harmony. Next up, we got Kylie and Hutch. He was a swarthy, muscular rocker. She was a diminutive, toothy songbird. But they made it through the rain and emerged hand in hand. Gazed into each other's eyes and realised this was forever. We now come to the letters page. Although I'm a George Michael fan, I want to make a complaint about him. He can't be bothered to give interviews and make a video. Or if he can't be bothered to give an interview and make a video for his new song, why should we bother to buy his single? If he continues like this, he may end up just like Michael Jackson with no friends and a heart attack. Love, a very annoyed GM fan. Holland, very angry person. Insane little twerp. Dear Blacktype, just when you thought it was safe to listen to the charts. Yes, I'm talking about that insane little twerp, Timmy Mallett. Not only do we have to suffer him on TV, but the radio too. And to make matters worse, he has the most infuriatingly catchy song. The type you find yourself humming whilst browsing through your latest copy of Smash Hits. So for the safety of people's sanity, here's a list of what not to do with this record. Don't listen to this record whilst watching Whack-A-Day, or you will spend the rest of your days whack-a-waving and going bleh in people's faces. Don't cut off your head and staple it to a tree and say, "Oh yeah," in an attempt to impersonate Timmy in the video. Don't wear gloves similar to Timmy's because they're bright. They've spelt there wrong. Their brightness will make everyone else short-sighted. So, Timmy, there is a straitjacket and padded cell at the ready. It's about time you joined Uncle Norris. Well, mustache, I have to go and smash the offensive record with a real mallet. Bye, love. MC Sirius, County Down. And then the editor replies, or the black type replies, "You're too right. If only Timmy had stuck to his glorious career illuminating the lives of millions on TV. Badgers. Dear Black Type, why aren't there any badgers in the charts? Yours, a barking badger from Doncaster." We now come to the singles review, and it's MC Tunes in the chair this week reviewing all the singles, and let's see what he thinks. Iron Maiden, Holy Smoke. Well, for heavy metal groups like Iron Maiden and Guns N' Roses are the best. They're not my cup of tea, but the music and the lyrics are done well. What do I think about it? Anarchy. It's usually anarchy, innit? What they scream about. Come sit on my love missile, baby, and all that, you know. Nena Cherry, I've Got You Under My Skin. This is a cover of 30s songwriter Cole Porter's Golden Oldie, which is to be released on an LP featuring other people like U2 doing some of his other songs. The money from it goes to AIDS charities. I think she's cutting herself a bit short on this one. I mean, Nena Cherry overall, she's brilliant, very versatile, good voice, good rapper. She can dance, she can move. It's a nice tune, but it's weak for an AIDS tune. What? Aha, Crying in the Rain. When Aha started off, I thought they were very good. Their first video was better than their first tune, weren't it? Take On Me, yeah, that was it. Me mum thinks the lead singer's really dishy, so I can't say nothing in case she reads the interview and slaps me about. The wedding present. Make Me Smile. Cheeky rip-offs, man. Bloody in spiral carpets rip-offs. Get out of my face with this wedding present crap. Come up and see me, eh? I'd come up and bloody shoot ya. If that's what you want. Why a bloody cover version? Stop lying to yourselves. Craig Mclaughlin and check 1 2. Almost felt like crying. Ah, no. But here comes Craig saying, well, here's my records and they're crap. Craig, I love you. You're a top boy, but don't keep on punishing me eardrums like that because it's disrespectful. MC Tune's not a Craig Mclaughlin fan. MC Hammer, have you seen her? Ah! Ha ha ha! Who is it? MC Hammer? Ah! MC Hammer, the most successful rapper in America, right? How can the Americans give LL Cool J such a hard time about his ballad, I Need Love, and then say nothing about this man? This is the sort of tune that gets played in nightclubs called Mr. Smith's, where people go wearing their nice suits, drink brown ale, and chat up women. Crap. Paula Abdul, cold-hearted. My baby. Listen, Paula, if you ever need any rapping done, don't go to MC Hammer like you did before. Did she? When did she go to MC Hammer? Single of the Fortnight. Pet Shop Boys, So Hard. After hearing the line where Neil sings, we both given up smoking, 'cause it's fatal, so whose matches are those? He bursts out laughing. Bloody hell, if he thinks smoking's fatal, he should try walking through the streets of Moss Side in Manchester at midnight. Haha, definitely the best record we've heard. That was MC Tune's review of the week's singles. We now come to the LP reviews. My favourite LP by Sonia. Donna Summer, Another Place and Time. This is the LP she recorded with Stock Aitken and Waterman. What a surprise, plugging Stock Aitken and Waterman. The first time I heard this, it was when I just got involved with PWL. I took a load of tapes home to listen to from the studio, and this was one of them. And I couldn't stop playing it from the minute I put it on. The songs are so catchy and just brilliant. My favourite tracks, well, they're all my favourites really, but if I had to pick, it would be Breakaway and Sentimental. Betty Boo, Boomania. Betty Boo doesn't make normal dance pop records, as well as the catchy choruses and breakneck speed raps. Just as you think one of her songs is just a straightforward pop tune, she throws in some strange whistling or whining synthesizers. It's this attention to detail that makes her debut LP exceptional. And although most of her rap seems to go on about how brilliant she is and how crap everyone else is, she even appears to diss our Kylie. It's these strange bits that keep you fascinated. The best song is doing it to the death, with its strange screaming noise and greatest chorus ever. And look what we've got here. We've got the review for Romantic by the Human League. So I bought this album around this time. At the same time you had Vision of Love by Mariah Carey was in the charts. We just seen that on Top of the Pops a bit. I was a big fan of that song as well. That was the first Mariah Carey song, so she was new on the scene and she was very pretty, and I have to say I did fancy her a bit and really like the song. It's a really good song, I think, Vision of Love by Mariah Carey. I only like a few Mariah Carey songs. I would say probably that one and Anytime You Need a Friend. I like those two. But I went to Woolworths with the intention of buying the Mariah Carey album, and little did I realise the Human League had got a new album out, and I saw that and it was a no-brainer really. I bought the Human League album instead, never bought the Mariah Carey album, and the rest is history. There may be an exciting dance revolution going on out there, but with the exception of 2 tracks, A Doorway and the dodgily titled Mr. Moon and Mr. Sun. Why is that a dodgy title? I don't know. You'd be hard pushed to find any happening beats on this record. Well, you're wrong. It's a good album. Those are 2 of the standout tracks though. A Doorway and Mr. Moon and Mr. Sun are really good, but you've also got Soundtrack to a Generation, Get It Right This Time, Heart Like a Wheel, obviously. It's a good album. Phil Oakey droning away in his semi-operatic voice, embarrassing lyrics, and a couple of good potential singles. The phrase, Not likely to win them any new fans, springs readily to mind. Well, Mike Sutar has written that. And concert review, next to the LP reviews, we've got an Erasure concert here, Was Not Was, and Adamski and Electribe 101, accompanied by a very odd picture of Andy Bell. Big Fun, A Pocket Full of Dreams, the video hits. That's going to be one short tape, I'm guessing. Next page is just an advert for Deacon Blue, Ooh Las Vegas. That would be the album. And the Deacon Blue live video, plus Stevie V, Adventures of Stevie V. Following the huge Dirty Cash, Stevie V gets busy with new single Body Language. Was it a hit? I don't know. It would help if they could spell the word language, though, I think. And they might have sold more. Langage. Which brings us to another letters page. This is Blimey. And he's the leader of the Trivia Tribe. He's the king of the Gossip Gang. He's the top dog of the Fact family. He's Gordy B. And you can write with your pop inquiries to Gordon Bennett. Smash Hits, 52 to 55 Carnaby Street, London. If your inquiry gets printed, you'll win this fine badge. And dear Gordon, please tell me the truth about the rumour that Jordan Knight from the New Kids is making a record of an 18-year-old girl called Anna. Apparently her single is out in November, but could you tell me a bit more about this Anna woman, and is it true that she's going out with our Jordan? Gordon investigates. The record in question is called Angel of Love and is apparently a bit of a smoochy ballad. Although it's been released in both Australia and America, it hasn't been released over here yet. Anna herself is from Boston and got to work with Jordan through the New Kids manager Morris, that'll be Morris Starr, who has produced 6 tracks on a forthcoming LP. Although the two of them didn't meet whilst making the record, Jordan recorded his part whilst on tour in Atlanta. The two have become firm friends since, but are they snogging? We keep in touch while he's on the road, but we're just friends, says Anna. Are the Stone Roses going to play for the Queen? I recently read that the Stone Roses are going to perform a free concert in London outside Buckingham Palace sometime before Christmas. Please could you tell me if this is true? And while you're at it, ask them why they take so long to release records. Gordon says, although the Stone Roses would really like to play a concert at Buckingham Palace, such an event will not, for obvious reasons, be allowed. However, in the quest for what their spokesperson calls interesting, unusual places to play, the Roses are looking for an interesting venue in the south to play their next concert. At the moment, they're recording their second LP, but don't hold your breath. It won't be out until next year. Well, I think it took a bit longer than that, didn't it? They're real perfectionists, said their representative. Indeed. We've got Fact Box down here, and it's Timmy Mallett again, because he's the man of the moment, isn't he? He's number one at the moment. Cut out and keep Smash Hits collection. I'll tell you what, if I was going to cut out and keep that, I'll keep it on a dartboard. Fact Box, number 89, Timmy Mallett. Timmy Mallett, date of birth, 18/10/56, born Marple, Cheshire, lives Camden, North London. Marital status, got married to Linda 2 weeks ago. Eyes brown, height 5'5", weight 9 stone. God. We've then got the star teaser, the word search, and the puzzle answers for the crossword from the previous issue and the winners. And so we reach the crescendo of this edition of Smash Hits with the headline act, The Incredible Life of Craig Mclaughlin, a 2-page feature about the man, the myth, Craig Mclaughlin. Full name, Craig Dougal Mclaughlin, born 1st of September 1965. Favourite food, pasta. And when he's being unhealthy, ice cream, chocolate and Coca-Cola. Oh, pasta's healthy, is it? Right. Craig's best friend is a wolf. At the age of 13, Craig met his friend Mark Wolf Bain at school. The two have been inseparable ever since, forming a series of kick-ass rock and roll bands together. Craig Mclaughlin, a rock and roll history. Craig formed the Y-Fronts when he was 16, together with Mark Wolf Bain and drummer Alex Clegg. The band were named after Alex's Daggy brand of underwear, but he left after a couple of years taking his underwear with him. Craig is a Virgo, and according to his birth chart, he likes to be the boss, and he can lose his temper easily. On the good side, he apparently has a lot of courage and is very passionate, often letting his heart rule his head. And on the back page, here is a picture of 18 Ace pop stickers. Get the next issue of Smash Hits and you'll be able to peel them off because they're utterly free!